Hey guys, how's it going? Mike here from the Canadian Workshop. I just picked up this generator here behind me off Facebook Marketplace. It's a New Holland 2000 generator, and I got it for pretty cheap, $100. The guy said it ran last year, but it's not running this year. So let's take a look and see if we can get it running. So the first thing I'm going to do is see if this thing will pull over. So it doesn't seem to be a ton of compression, but it does pull over, so the engine is not seized. So I'll pull over the side cover. Another thing the guy mentioned that I got it from, he said that his dad had put this on-off switch because the knob at the front to start the generator, he said it stopped working. There's an off, on and start setting, and he said the off setting wouldn't work. They actually had to choke the engine all the time in order to get it to shut off, so they installed this kill switch here. So we'll see what this looks like on the inside. Hopefully they didn't take us for a ride and we bought a big paperweight. So let's see what's going on inside here. Things look fairly clean on the inside here. There's some spider webs, but it's to be expected. What's this? Ooh, that's not a good sign. We've got some oil down in the bottom of the case here. Nothing seems to be too messed up with the wiring. I could see here where they installed the kill switch. So they put it in series here with the coil. So once this is off, then there won't be any power to the coil. So I think what we'll do here is I'll flip it around. We'll take the side cover off the other end and we'll check for spark. I'm always a little bit nervous when I buy stuff like this because you never know what they did to it. Like here, they had star screws on the other side, and here they have square head screws. So that's annoying. Now the guy said he figured what's wrong with this is that it could be a spark issue, or it could be the fact that the oil is old and needs to be changed. He said some of these generators, there's a sensor in there, like our vehicle has, that says, hey, your oil is due to be changed, and he says as a safety feature, it actually somehow prevents the generator from starting. So he figures maybe it just needs oil. So there's this side of the generator. Already I could see a broken clip inside that holds the side panel on. What's this? This is the overflow for the carburetor. Air filter is loose. Air filter cover. Let's see what that looks like in there. The air filter actually doesn't look too bad. I'm not going to pull it out right away. I kind of want to figure this out before I do too many changes so that I can see exactly why it wouldn't start to begin with. So over here we have the if I can get in here. So we've got the spark plug in here. I'll pull the spark plug off and see if we have any spark. But like I mentioned, down here we've got oil in the bottom of the case, which isn't a good sign. Hopefully it's just from them overfilling the oil. We'll see what this looks like here. Holy jumping. Alright. Well, that's a mess. There's way too much oil in this engine. No wonder it won't run. You should never have that much oil in here. It only needs a little bit at the bottom. So definitely we'll have to drain the oil and change that. But I want to see at least if it's got spark. So we'll pull off that spark plug cap. And there is an access panel up top. Supposedly these are pretty quiet too, so I'm kind of excited to see how this is going to run. So there's an access panel here on the top. So carefully pop this cover off. That piece is broken. There's supposed to be a keeper on there. Well, let's see what size spark plug is that. Let's see, can I get down in there? The spark plug was loose in the cylinder, so that's not a good thing either. Let's see what the spark plug looks like. Bone dry. So we've got a carb issue. There's no fuel at all. don't know if you can, I can find my camera here to help. There, if you can see that spark plug, there's no gas at all on there. And he said he sprayed ether into here to try to get it started, and it wouldn't run. So it might just be a carb clean job, which would be plenty fine with me if that's all it is. So I don't know which side that switch is to turn on and off the spark, but we'll see. I'll set it like this. I'll turn this light off so we can see a lot easier. Should be able to see that spark pretty easy. See if I can pull it from here. I don't want to hold it while it's sparking. You guys let me know if you see spark. Oh yeah, lots of spark there. So that's good. And let's test this kill switch. In the off position. No spark. On. Lots of spark. Alright, so that's a good sign. So there is spark, there's compression. Not a ton, but it isn't a huge engine. So I'll pop that spark plug back in. Actually, before I do that, let's throw a few drops of gasoline in there. I'll get a gas line, and I'll just take a bit of gas and drop it into the carburetor. So what I'll do is I'll take this, yeah, you can see that. I'll take this fuel line and I'll dip it in, plug the end so I can suck up some gas. I don't need a ton of it. And I'll just guide it into the cylinder, just a little bit in there. And now we'll see if she's going to start. Alright, get that spark plug back in there. I'm thinking there's old gas in this carburetor, so I'll have to drain it out and clean the lines. But we'll be able to put this back on. We'll find out shortly. If I crank this and it fires, then I know it's definitely a fuel delivery issue, and everything else is good. He did spray ether into the carburetor, but I mean, if the ether is not getting into the cylinder, it won't start. Putting gas right into the cylinder bypasses the whole carburetor system altogether. So we'll see what happens. There she goes. Nice. So it did fire up. So therefore we have a carburetor issue, and it's not delivering fuel. And this thing sounds like it's going to be real quiet. So we'll need to check the oil before we run it too long, because it's overfilled with oil. So it's definitely a carburetor issue. The fuel's not getting to the cylinder. We'll get that figured out. I'll have to take off the side panel, and we'll take apart the carburetor, and we'll get that fixed up. So this video is getting a bit long, so I'll stop it here. So at least we're able to troubleshoot the generator to see why it wouldn't start. In this case, there's compression, there's spark, but there's no fuel. If we put gas in the cylinder, it started right up. So it's definitely a carburetor or a fuel delivery issue. So I'll have to strip down the carburetor, clean it up, see if I need to rebuild it or just cleaning it will be good enough. And we should have this generator up and running. We'll be able to test the power outlet side now. So thanks a lot for watching the video. I really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get notified of any upcoming videos, like the one I'm going to have to rebuild this carburetor. So we'll see you on the next one.